Ladies and gentlemen, this is another edition of Wrestling with Watts, and I am your host, none other than Grammy nominated Mr. Biggs, grown man Cordell Watts. That is me, I am him, and I'm here to break down the news in the only way that I really see fit. Raw was lit, we found out, we've gotten word that it's going to be Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor in Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that, because if the past is any indication, it's going to be a great match. That's going to be like a 5-star match. And Hunter is in charge now, so he's going to let them cook. Damian Priest qualifies for the Money in the Bank match. And I think that he's really on the run of his career. He teamed with Bad Bunny 2 years ago. He won the United States Championship, but I feel like this right here, this is the run that Damian Priest needed as soon as he got out of NXT the first time. What else we got? We got a new Women's World Championship unveiled for Rhea Ripley, as well as Asuka on SmackDown with the Women's Championship. Bianca Belair is not too happy about that, and neither am I, because as soon as a new championship that somebody hasn't won yet is unveiled, they come around, and we all know who that is. And the sixth participant has not been named yet for the Women's Money in the Bank. But if I had to guess, it would probably be Natalya, even though I personally would want Mia Yim or Dana Brooke, somebody who hasn't really been able to show their chops at the forefront the way they really should has been yet. But we got a great show next. We're going to talk about who wins the Money in the Bank briefcase, men and women. Stay tuned. Personally, I am going to 100% enjoy the Money in the Bank match. I personally feel like this is exactly what they should have been doing with the Money in the Bank match from the very beginning. It should be to shed light on people who are really good that just never really got their start or really got up and running on the main roster yet. I like what they're doing. And the first, let's start with the women's Money in the Bank match. We got the participants. We got Becky Lynch. We have Zoe Stark. We have Zelina Vega. We have Io Sky. We have Bayley. And if I had to make a guess, I would say that they're probably gonna put Natalya in it as well. Personally, I would have enjoyed Dana Brooke or Meech and Mia Yim getting the opportunity, but at the end of the day, I'm not complaining because I know it's going to be a good match off the rip. My personal pick for the winner is more than likely Io Sky. I personally think that Io Sky should be the one because there's way more layers and you can get so much out of her being Mrs. Money in the Bank versus a Becky Lynch, because at the end of the day, after this feud with Trish and Zoe Stark, Becky Lynch could literally just come out of nowhere and just say, yo, I want a shot at you, Rhea, for your championship. That's how much star power she has. She has that Charlotte effect where she can just disappear for months and then come back and demand a championship match. That is another story for another day. But you can go the route of having Bayley be the friend that's hating on the low, she's like, yeah, I want you to win, I want you to do great, but I don't want you to do better than me. And they've been teasing it a little bit. They've been saying, yo, Bayley, ever since starting Damage Control, you haven't done a thing, you haven't won anything, you haven't been a champion, and for all, purposes, intents and purposes, you could just say, yo, she has been holding Io Sky back. Io Sky may not feel that way. She may just really be down for the friendship, but Bayley turns on her. And we got a whole year of not seeing Dakota Kai for a long time, so we don't know where she stands personally just yet. And that could be a great introduction for that could be a great introduction to the what's this word I'm thinking of? The casual audience to, get to know Io Sky, even though like we all kind of know her work from NXT and stuff like that. Zelina Vega, I love Zelina Vega, but it's something missing. I don't exactly know what, but I do like that they're incorporating certain parts of her culture. Like they got the chanclanta, the sign and stuff like that. I do like that, but still something is missing, that would really put her over the top. Zoe Stark, she just got there. She's gonna have a promising career. She's really good in the ring. For the longest, she's kind of like, personally, I feel like she struggled to kind of find a character. But her character development over the last, 6 months, I personally like, because she turned heel. It gives her more of an edge. You know what I'm saying? And then what else? Bailey is in that same category as Becky Lynch, where she could kind of just her reputation and her accolades speak for itself. Y'all know who I am. I'm Bailey. I want a shot at the championship. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Cut and dry. But my pick is gonna be literally like Io Sky. Now for the men's Money in the Bank, it's gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? Because we have some new faces in this match that we've never seen compete in a Money in the Bank match, but we also see new faces all together. Like this is the first time in years where we've seen a Money in the Bank match where it's not a formal World Heavyweight Champion. We got Santos Escobar, we got LA Knight. That's my pick, by the way. We have Ricochet. We've seen Ricochet in the Money in the Bank match, but this match is full of guys who haven't won a world championship or a championship in general, for that matter. We got Butch, aka Pete Dunny Dun. Man, who am I missing? I think I said, literally like LA Knight, Pete Dunne, Ricochet, Damian Priest. Damian Priest recently qualified last night in the Money in the Bank. He beat Riddle, and it's looking like he's doing the little slow but rapid face turn, because you see how Finn Balor is moving lately, and it's just like you kind of can tell that they're about to replace him with JD Madonna. My pick for this match is self-explanatory. It's gonna be LA Knight. Personally, I would want it to be Shinsuke Nakamura, so that we can finally close the chapter of how it would be if Shinsuke Nakamura actually beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania instead of losing and then turning heel and then the low blows. And if you was going to have him lose at WrestleMania and turn heel, y'all should have at least given him the championship after that, like at Backlash or something. He lost 2 or 3 consecutive matches after that, and it kind of made it feel like his Royal Rumble win meant absolutely nothing. But it's going to be good to see the direction that they go, because I feel like at this point you kind of gotta pull the trigger on LA Knight. If you don't do it now and you have this man in this match, then what is the point? What is the universal purpose at this point, of having him in this match? I personally would see him more as a United States / Intercontinental Championship type guy at this juncture of his career. But at the end of the day, AJ Styles ain't won his first World Championship until he was 39. So, in WWE, that is. And they kind of have similar paths. He was Eli Drake, won the Impact Championship. All of this before he got to WWE. So, we could see where it goes. But my personal pick would be Shinsuke Nakamura. Or maybe Ricochet, But they could even throw us a little curveball and hit us with the Damian Priest. And if Damian Priest wins Money in the Bank and Finn Balor loses his championship match with Seth Rollins, blood boiling. tension in the Judgment Day. It's going to be crazy. I personally would have. I had a video prepared to have Dominic Mysterio win the Money in the Bank match, but that's another story for another day. But it's going to be interesting to see where they go, because this is the first time where it's not really like any real super big stars or former world champions in it, and it gives them a chance to showcase how good they really are, because Lord knows that Santos Escobar, he's been that guy since he's been King Cuerno and Lucha Underground, or his work in Mexico and stuff like that, So it's going to be good to see what he does. And this is going to be a breakout performance for Butch, a.k.a. Pete Dunne. And from what the looks of it, they're saying that he's probably going to go back to being Pete Dunne pretty soon. So that's going to be interesting, and that's going to be fun to watch as well, because, yes, we've seen Butch, but we haven't seen Pete Dunne on the main roster that much. Ricochet is going to do what Ricochet always does. He's going to jump off a ladder. He's probably going to do like a 630 or something like that off the ladder onto everybody and stuff. And it's going to be fun. And then what else is there to really like talk about, as far as like the arsenal and the masterful display that he's going to put on. He's going to make that match beautiful. And then you got the World Heavyweight Championship match. You got, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, and, they put on clinics anytime they're in matches together. So I have no doubt in my mind that that's going to be a great match. A super random match, but I guess you kind of got to give Cody Rhodes something to do. So, and it also, puts more, it brightens Dominic Mysterio's growing star, you know what I'm saying? Having him work with a veteran like Cody Rhodes while he waits for Brock Lesnar to answer his challenge, and more than likely that's going to be at SummerSlam. So expect after the match with Dominic Mysterio for Brock Lesnar to come out and do what Brock Lesnar does. And that's going to be a great match as well. So I'm looking forward to a lot of things that they got going on, because it seems like it's going to be like a really, really, really fun card. And, people complaining like, oh, like it's not a lot of star power in the Money in the Bank. But at the end of the day, that's what the Money in the Bank match was created for. To shine light on guys that didn't really get opportunities just yet, Like the first Money in the Bank match, you have guys like, Shelton Benjamin. He was able to really showcase himself and display how good he really was. You have Christian, stuff like that. And then the next one, you had RVD win. And it creates stars, you know what I'm saying? Or it should create stars, because it gives you that amount of time to really learn about that wrestler if you don't already know much about him already, or give him an opportunity to really and in my personal opinion, you don't always have to win the Money in the Bank match to come out as cash in successfully on the Money in the Bank briefcase to become a bigger star, than you was when you first, got it. You can, become a guy who's been proving themselves and stuff like that, and then, didn't necessarily win it, but, win the big one, but it showed people what you can really do, so that once you come out, you're not coming out to crickets. Let me know who you guys think is going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, and let me know your opinions on how the card is setting out to be. We still got like a good 3 weeks until Money in the Bank, so it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to see what they got in store. Toodles, or bye, or peace, or